did you get out of the regional meet for your team, and kind of how that sets you up heading into this week?
Yeah, I mean, we just treated it as a qualifier for nationals, so that's what we got out of it. We got our ticket to the national championships. I think a couple of our athletes got a little bit more experience. Annetta and Isabel, it was only their third race, so I think we just got a little bit of momentum. I mean, we've been putting things together along the way, and we haven't really raced everybody for a variety of reasons of where people were in their training, but was really happy with how we performed, especially without Susan in the front where she has been all year.
Speaking of Susan, is she back for this week?
Yeah, yeah, she's back for this week. She got off to a really strong start this season and opened up at the Ash Creek race and has been running really, really well. We just felt like to ensure that we were going to be at our best when it mattered most, that it would be a tough back-to-back West Region meet and national meet. She was phenomenal last year in the region meet and not as good at the national level, so we're trying to put it together and keep people healthy and be ready to roll.
I don't know how the bubble works for this, but did you feel like you were on the bubble? Were you nervous going into Saturday, or did you feel like you guys had locked it up?
I think our women were nervous. I wasn't nervous. I mean, I had kind of done the math and looked around, and then I looked at the squad, and when you look at the lineup of the women we have running, it's a really strong team. So if you look at just track PBs and what they've accomplished even in cross, I felt very confident with the group that we put on the line that day. So I felt we could get through without running Susan, and that would help us at the national meet. They were a little nervous, but I was fine.
Isabel, she was All-American 2 years ago. I mean, I think probably ran the best she's run all year this past week. Is she close to potentially regaining that?
She's really close. I mean, I don't think she's top 20 close right now, but in terms of her ability to be an All-American, I feel like we have several women who are capable of doing that. But you know how it goes in that field. I mean, there's a lot of bodies, a lot of people to move through, and so much of it is being able to sort of manage yourself in the middle of that race and keep battling on the back end. And I feel like we're pretty good at that. So I'm excited about Saturday.
So other than, you said Anita didn't surprise you, but you were pleased with her performance.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised in that I know that her talent level is high. She's run 9:57 in the steeple, but I was really pleased with the little amount of training that she's done, because she came in not running for probably like about eight or 9 months. So for her to, she's really coming along, and it's showing in practice, and both her and Isabel are starting to show in races. For her to kind of just, I think she's getting a little bit more confident, and she's realizing that she can push herself a little bit more because her fitness is there. So I think with Annetta and Isabel, they're really coming on strong, and I feel good, obviously, with Susan and Taylor and Amanda as well.
And why didn't Annetta run for 8 months?
She was at another university last year and was hurt.
Okay.
So she didn't run from last cross-country season all the way through the spring, pretty much up and through the summer. So she's healthy and running well, and we're excited.
You mentioned you mentioned your team was nervous, but you weren't. How do nerves switch over into a national meet? How do you can you kind of see who's kind of freaked out, or maybe not freaked out, or nervous?
I mean, we do have quite a few women who've never run in the national championships, and Taylor Quixote being one of them. But I think we always try and look at the fact that if you're nervous, that really just means you're excited, and we try and like switch the concept around. So rather than, if someone tells me they're nervous, I'm like, well, yeah, that means you're excited and ready to roll. So I think that's sort of our mentality as we approach the national meet. I mean, obviously they'll have some nerves, and especially the women who haven't run there before. But again, it's just another race, and you just have to battle hard for your team.